Welcome to Welcome with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of First John, chapter 4, verse 4. Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And I'm going to repeat that. Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. The mighty power of God is able to do all things. God is able to help the Israelites to overcome many battles, including the enemy. God is in the business of helping us overcome all problems, challenges, things that appear bigger than us. God is helping us to overcome the enemy. How great! God is greater than our enemy. He is greater than the evil one. And we got to remember that because of who God is and because of who we are in God, that we are able to overcome all things. There's too many times that everybody gets caught up in their certain situation, get caught up in their emotions that they cannot clearly see or don't remember that who God is in their life. They're just so overwhelmed with emotions. And that is the trick of the devil. He wants you to be caught up in that. He wants you to be blinded. He wants you to keep that veil over. He doesn't want you to cry out to God. He doesn't want you to seek that help. He wants you to sit there and to wallow in your self-pity. We can't do that. Everybody has bad days. Everybody has a problem. Yes, there's some things and some problems that are bigger than some, but you're not the only one in this world who's going through it. Yes, it is harsh to say that to somebody who might have lost somebody or lost everything they ever had. It is very sad, but let me explain something to you. You're not the only one. You are not the only one, nor are you ever going to be the only one who's going to go through these things. You're not the only one who's going to lose a leg. You're not going to be the only one who has a family member that died of cancer. We are all going to face very horrible, hurtful things in this world. Because we are in this world. And in this world there is evil. It's not rainbows and butterflies. We're not flying around on unicorns. We're in a world that's in a war between good and evil. And bad things are going to happen to good people. Messed up situations are going to come into your life. Horrible things and horrific things is going to happen to you. But we're not supposed to turn away from God. We're supposed to run to God. We're supposed to seek Him. God is our only comfort. He is our only peace in this world. There's never going to be peace on this earth. Everybody just keeps waiting around like, oh, there's going to be peace on this earth. We need to keep praying for peace on this earth. We'll keep on praying for riding on unicorns because that's not going to happen. It can't be. The scripture says so. The devil is going to be roaming to and fro on this earth until the very day that Jesus comes and puts him in shackles for 1,000 years. It is his duty to wreak havoc on us. He keeps telling you in the scriptures, watch out. He's coming to kill, destroy. Nothing of that is joyful. Nothing of that sees rainbows and lollipops and unicorns. None of that. There's not going to be peace on earth. Jesus himself is the peace. Through Jesus are we going to have peace. A peace of mind, knowing where we stand with him. Knowing that the ending is not what we're facing. Because of God and his word, we are able to understand and know what the end tells for us. That what you're seriously going through is not the end of it. That you will overcome that. And just because you overcome that thing doesn't mean that there's something else that is not going to come back by. I've had a lot of horrific things happen to me back to back throughout my whole entire life. And I had a lot of people ask me, how do you overcome it? I don't have time to dwell on it. Because soon there's going to be something else. And if I get stuck on that one thing, I'm just building up a mountain that I won't be able to climb. I need to get over it, face it, jump over it. Don't be turning, your mountain into a molehill. Or vice versa, how it goes. I'm dyslexic, so I say things backwards sometimes. Forgive me. Or you're making a mountain out of a molehill, whatever. But you can't do that. You can't be focusing on that. This is a race, and you need to make it to the finish. And there's going to be obstacles in this race. If you get caught up on that one obstacle, you're never going to make it to the end. Because the track is moving, whether you're moving or not. And you're just going to keep smacked with another hurdle and another hurdle and another hurdle. Too much to where you're going to be piled up with hurdles that you cannot. You need to finish this race. You can't get caught. You can't get stuck. Get out of that self-pity. Yes, that's harsh. But that is what's happening. That's where the devil wants to keep you. In your feelings. Keep you in your flesh. Why? Because you'll be sad. You'll be depressed. You won't have the energy. Nor the mindset. Or the goal to overcome what you're facing. He wants to keep you in that area. Because if you stay in that area, how can you finish the race? We got to come to God, asking for guidance, asking for help. We may not understand the reason why we go through things. We may not understand the reason why we lose certain people in our lives. But it's not for us to understand. It's for us to trust God and His plan. A lot of people can't see the truth when it comes to God answering prayers when they sit there and pray for somebody who is deathly sick. And then when they pass away, they're all mad at God because you didn't answer my prayer. You're looking at it from the wrong end. That's from your perspective. But from God's perspective, He did answer it. Those persons are no longer in pain. He did answer your prayer. It's just not what you wanted. So a lot of times we're sitting there getting mad and upset with God because we see things from our eyes. We see things from our understanding and not God's. We got to remember, this is God's will. This is God's plan. This is God's creation. This is God's world. This is God's life. You're living God's life, not yours. For He created you. He may give you choices, but this is still His will. It's still His plan. And all will come to pass. And nothing is done unless God says so. He gives you the choice, and we have to see what comes of it, because it's going to either go to God's will or it's not. If it's not going to God's will, then we're going to have more problems for ourselves. It may be our choice, but we better hope we're making the right choice, because things are just not going to work out to plan if not. A lot of those people may think so. A lot of those music people and movie stars and all those people that belong to the devil, they're just living it up, thinking that, everything's going as well to plan. But they don't know their ending. Because if they did, they would change their ways. They would change their ways. They'll be on their knees right now begging for grace and mercy and forgiveness. But see, they think that they have it all figured out. Only God has it all figured out. We can't have it all figured out. Those who are sitting there thinking they have it all figured out is lying to themselves. That's why you need to seek God. That's why you need to go to Him. He will give you that comfort. He will give you that peace. He will give you that guidance.